Hello, everyone. I'm Lavelle, Director of Customer Success here at UneeQ. Today, I have the pleasure of interviewing Dylan Weymouth, who is the Tribe Lead for Group Business Operations at the Warehouse Group in New Zealand. For those of you watching this interview who are not from New Zealand, the Warehouse Group is the largest retail group operating in New Zealand. And one of the brands within the group is Noel Leeming, New Zealand's leading appliance retailer. In 2019, UneeQ and Noel Leeming embarked on a journey together to create a custom digital human called Nola. Today, I'll be interviewing Dylan about Nola, digital humans, and chatbots. So Dylan, thank you very much for joining us today.
No worries. Good morning, Emma. Good morning, everybody.
Okay, so our first question for today is just exploring a little bit into what interested you and Noel Leeming in exploring a digital human team member for your organisation.
Yeah, look, the journey for us really began when we were designing the new store that was going into the flagship mall here in Auckland, the new Westfield Mall in Newmarket. The mall was pitched as being kind of a flagship mall for New Zealand at an international standard. And when we looked at what we were going to do with our store, we knew we needed to do something special. One of the options or one of the opportunities that we were discussing at the same time was the digital human and the avatar that you can create using UneeQ. And it sort of felt fitting that as part of our digital strategy for the store, we would look at a digital concierge at the front of the store. And that's kind of where it all kicked off. And it was fitting for, our leading store to have something like that to welcome customers.
Yeah, fantastic. And where do you see the value for Noel Leeming in investing in a digital human, more specifically in a custom digital human, because Nola was custom designed to the Noel Leeming brand. So where is the value for your organisation in that investment?
Well, I think for us, we wanted to create a persona that embodied our brand. I think we'll talk a little bit more about that, but we really wanted to produce a very high quality experience for our customers. So the Newmarket Mall, as I kind of described, it was going to be flagship, and it is, and the store for us was going to be an innovation hub. And so we wanted to put the kind of, in a way, the best of the best into that store, into that experience, so that customers could see that relationship between Noel Leeming innovating and then the products and services that we sell. So that brand affinity comes through by seeing and having that experience with that high quality execution.
Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah.
And talking about brand and brand identity, how does Nola embody your brand identity and strategy?
Yeah, well, we went through a lot of workshops, coming up with Nola's look and her tone of voice and her personality, and really we took a lot of lean-ins from our team. We have a very multicultural team, and if you meet Nola, she could be from anywhere.
Yeah.
We looked at a sort of professional tone of voice, which is in line with our brand, but also a bit quirky and a bit fun. People are quirky and fun, so and that's a good representation of our team. So her personality allowed us to kind of push the envelope of the brand a little bit, but also kind of have like all of our team, have our own individualism as well.
Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah.
And I know for our team, it was a great journey creating Nola alongside Noel Leeming.
There's a lot that goes into it, much more than you think.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a great journey. So can you tell us what Nola is currently focused on in that flagship store?
Yeah, so Nola's role in the store is to work alongside our store greeters and introducing and welcoming customers to the Newmarket store. Her key sort of functions are around navigating the store and then helping customers to find where certain products are. But really, as I kind of alluded to earlier, it's about an experience. We want our customers to engage with something that's really new and cutting edge, and just walk away with maybe a question in their mind, or maybe just experience that they might want to share, or knowing exactly where to go to find their iPhone charger in the store. So we really have embarked on just trying to engage the customer. That was really the main objective. And Nola does lots of selfies, so that's another cool thing that customers walk away going, I just did a selfie with this digital human. And They might have experienced a chatbot before, but this is a different experience again. And we have our team at the front of the store to support that interaction and to be there for the customer if they want a hand in interacting with Nola, or if Nola can't support what they're actually trying to find out, then our team are on hand as well.
Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, we'll move into the next section now. So within the last 6 months, actually, you now also have Nola, the chatbot, available online to help customers. Can you tell us about the decision to brand your chatbot as Nola and what value that brings to your organization and to customers?
Yeah, sure. So, I mean, it was a no-brainer to take Nola online. I mean, she lost her job in the store during the lockdown. And
because our stores had to close. Yep.
Yeah, because our stores were closed. And that was for many weeks. So we sort of thought, I mean, the result of that was our customers were shopping online and calling our call center. So it was a sort of natural extension of the chat platform to take it onto the website. But branding Nola was a bit of a no-brainer for us because we have this digital human that's serving our customers in Newmarket. We might as well copy and use that online. And I guess what it allows us to do, and we're not really there yet, but I think we're looking to venture there, is how does Nola become more of a personality for our brand as part of our marketing to customers and as part of the way customers engage. So, there'll be some of New Zealand will have met Nola in store. Some of New Zealand will have connected Nola being someone they met in store to now a personality they might meet on the web. But there's so much more we could do with taking that personality and creating a niche within the brand of how we communicate with customers and how customers engage with us. So it was just a small step in that direction.
Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah.
And so now, how do you decide which tasks should go to Nola, the chatbot, versus which should go to Nola, the digital human? Both now, they currently have a list of jobs now, but as you think about the future, how would you decide which tasks go to Nola, the chatbot, versus Nola, the digital human?
Yeah, look, both channels have unique customer interactions. So you have to start with looking at what customers are actually engaging with both channels individually, and then deciding within each channel what are the problems that the bot can solve. So either the digital human or the bot online, and then just working towards building those conversations out, building those integrations out. But we do find that if you had a scale between functional and experiential, so I would say that the in-store one is leaning far more towards experiential, and the online one is leaning far more towards functional. I mean, you don't really engage with the chatbot unless you kind of want to get something done. So the better, that's online I'm talking, so the better that bot can solve your problem, then the better they are. If you walk up to a kiosk where there's a digital human smiling at you, then you could go anywhere with that conversation. You're actually chatting to a sort of digital avatar. You can there's facial expressions, there's real voice. It is a totally different interaction than online. So they're both are developed with the same thinking in mind, but what gets done and where we will take each is probably like individual streams in a way. The only thing that's totally common across both is the personality. So where we develop our personality and general FAQs, those can be just totally shared to both experiences, because it's wherever customers want to take them. It's the same. So that's quite fantastic. Good.
And what response have you seen from customers to both Nola as chatbot and Nola in store?
Yeah, look, as I sort of said, the online or the in-store experience response has been really positive. From the first day we opened, we had several hundred, if not thousands, of sort of hits every week. Hits being interactions with customers. We've seen a few thousand selfies get taken, and that just shows that that kind of journey is engaging people and having fun with people in that way. Online, we see massive spikes of usage when we're in lockdown phases or when the stores are closed. or over promotional events, and we just see that as a huge traffic diverter from our call center. So for us, that's that execution is just an absolute no-brainer and a huge win for us, especially when our stores were shut. And we're looking to expand the capabilities of, looking up your order or, being able to initiate a repair, for example. Those sorts of things are opportunities for us to actually develop out so that that bot becomes more and more useful rather than just sort of pointing you at the right place to go.
Yes. Yeah. So if we take a look at the future now, can you talk about some either roadmap or just vision for Nola's development and thinking about additional responsibilities or roles that Nola may pick up?
Yeah, look, we're excited to see Nola potentially show up in more of our new stores. Whenever we open a new store, and it doesn't happen too often, but when we do, we think Nola could be a key part of that opening. Obviously, we see new customers, and that's a great opportunity to engage with them as well. So that's from a physical point of view, and then using that execution to raise awareness of new products, allowing customers to find out more information about promotions and specials. So those are some of the things that we might look to explore in the digital physical execution. And then online, it's really about integration. So getting that bot to be able to do more for customers on the other end of the keyboard. You can be working and chatting to a bot and solving problems like where's my order or booking things or whatever. You can be doing that while you're doing other things, and that's kind of the benefit of a bot. So those kind of integrations are where we want to go next with the online. And then there is a whole nother sort of opportunity and stream of work we could do around how do we market using Nola. How do we send our receipts from Nola, our electronic receipts, or do we send our EDMs, our marketing, from Nola? Or do we do advertising using Nola? Who knows? So there's lots of opportunities in that space to figure out and use Nola in our creative suite in terms of our marketing and how we engage customers. So I think I was thinking earlier, one of the questions was like, one of the other reasons why we had to explore this technology is you just never know what's next around the corner. So if we hadn't done the in-store digital execution, then we wouldn't have been able to spin up the chatbot in the time that we did online. And so one kind of enabled the thinking for another. And there's been lots of other learnings we've had just in terms of how to pull the project together and how to work cross-functionally. We've got great partners in the suppliers that we use to make these things come alive, and there's other opportunities we're exploring with those partners as well. So, those are some of the other offshooting benefits of a project like this.
Yeah, fantastic. Okay, and just last question from me. We have talked a little bit about brand and about the value of having Nola's personality show up across many different channels. But broader than Noel Leeming, why do you think it's important for businesses to integrate a brand-aligned personality across channels and along the customer journey at different customer touch points?
Yeah, I think ultimately retail or commerce is, it's on demand. It needs to be on demand now for consumers. So, unless you're going to staff like a call center or stores 24/7, then a digital avatar or digital assistant can be your concierge when you don't have people available. I think that that is really a key opportunity, and having 24/7 available customer engagement. And then the other thing too is like making things really fast and making engagements with customers as efficient as they can be. There is a place for the digital humans, bots, to supplement what your team can do, and take the best of all your team and have that available in another method. And it's not that you're going to take all customers to it. It's just that customers get the choice of going through that channel or through another channel. So I think that's where, businesses, commerce needs to just think about how their customers want to engage, when are they available to engage, and how do these technologies help to support those questions.
Dylan, thank you so much for joining us today and for this interview. I know that the people watching this will no doubt have questions and have gotten a lot of value out of this today. So thank you once again.
My pleasure.